Hi, friends. I'm Sara Wilcox with the Snow-Redfern Foundation. In this episode of Sit With It, I want to share one of the most essential parts of our participatory journey, the grant circle. This circle is where we learn again and again that giving isn't just about where the money goes. It's about how we decide together, who gets to shape the process, and why transparency and trust matter as much as impact. The grant circle exists to make sure our grant making is ethical, participatory, and aligned with our values. It supports the administrative circle by recommending funding strategies and ensuring our dollars truly reflect our mission, empowering youth, inspiring change makers, and energizing partnerships for impact. Every conversation in this circle is guided by our 5 values: youth voice, community wisdom, meaningful engagement, collaborative learning, and trust through transparency. That's our compass. When discussions get complex, and they often do, these values are how we find our way back. Our governance model at Snow-Redfern is sociocratic, which simply means we organize ourselves in circles rather than hierarchies. Each circle has a clear purpose, like grant making, youth engagement, or communications, and all are connected through shared decision making and information flow. Instead of authority resting at the top, decisions move through the system, guided by consent, feedback, and dialogue. It's governance as a living network, built in relationship, accountability, and learning. The Grant Circle is a shared governance space, not a top-down committee. We bring together members from the administrative, youth, and community circles, each offering a different kind of wisdom, operational, lived, and relational. Together, we make decisions about how resources flow, not as individuals with authority, but as stewards of a shared mission. Our roles help us hold that balance. The lead anchor sets the rhythm of the circle, guiding discussions, holding focus, and ensuring the space remains grounded and inclusive. The anchor co-holds the space, helping with facilitation and making sure all voices are heard, especially youth and community members. The North Star keeps the group oriented to SRF's bigger vision and values, ensuring decisions stay true to our mission. The stewards take responsibility for specific areas of work, reviewing applications, tracking trends, refining processes, or tending relationships with grantees. The story keeper documents what we learn, capturing not only decisions but insights and reflections that strengthen our learning over time. And the connectors weave the grant circle into a larger organization. They link our work with the admin, communications and marketing, impact, youth, and community circles, ensuring that our grant making remains connected to the full ecosystem. Grant Circle connectors also participate as non-voting members on those other circles to support open communication and relational flow across the organization. They don't represent the Grant Circle's interests, rather, they carry information, context, and perspective, so each circle can act with shared awareness. It might sound like a lot of roles, but in practice, these roles often overlap and flow between circles. Someone from the administrative circle might also serve as a connector to the Grant Circle and a story keeper for the admin circle. A connector from the Grant Circle might also sit on the communications and marketing circle, helping translate stories of impact across both spaces. The cross-pollination keeps the work relational and efficient, helping us stay connected without becoming complicated. Each role supports the other. The anchors hold the container, the stewards move the work, the story keeper preserves our learning, the North Star keeps us true to our purpose, and the connectors help the whole system stay in sync. This rhythm helps us make decisions that are not just strategic, but relational, grounded, and accountable. At first glance, it might seem like the Grant Circle would be responsible for every funding decision, but its role is meant to stay at a strategic level rather than in the day-to-day details. This allows the circle to focus on clarity of purpose, alignment with values, and the overall flow of resources across the programs, while trusting other circles and staff to bring those strategies to life. Each year, the Grant Circle agrees on a distribution formula for how our total giving is allocated across our 3 funding categories: youth, community, and systems. The circle then reviews the broader distribution plan, offering insights and feedback to ensure our giving remains balanced, values-driven, and participatory. By staying focused on strategy rather than details, the circle helps keep our grant making clear, collaborative, and connected to the bigger picture of impact. The grant circle's work extends beyond the meeting table. Members participate in Snow-Redfern's grant programs, joining scholarship reviews with former recipients of the scholarships and fund donors, serving as guest speakers, reviewing applications for leadership programs like Brit to Rise and Young Men Rising, and sitting on the youth and community circle sessions as they review their own grant portfolios. Grant Circle members also attend events, join review panels, and stay curious about what's emerging in the field. It's where learning and doing intersect, where funding becomes more than a transaction. So the Grant Circle isn't just about managing grants. It's about embodying a mindset, one that stays shared power, transparency, and community wisdom belong at the heart of philanthropy. It's about slowing down enough to ask, what would this look like if we decided together? And then actually doing it. That's what it means to work from the participatory edge, to sit with discomfort, the dialogue, and the deep learning that comes when we choose collaboration over control. So, here's to the circles that hold us, the voices that guide us, and the learning that keeps us honest. Because how we give is just as important as what we give. And that's what it means to sit with